Forming cells. An early step in creating life would be the formation of a membrane to enclose a small volume of water and chemicals in a cell. Life requires each organism to have an inside and an outside. A cell membrane is needed so that metabolic reactions occur within a confined space, where energy and materials could be used to build more complicated structures. How could those membranes form before life? Oil and water don't mix. Why not? Why is this important in the evolution of life? Oils, fats, and waxes are all lipids. The common name for lipids is fats. Fat molecules found in living things have an interesting property. One end is attracted to water, and the other end repels water. Phospholipids and fatty acids each have a polar end and a nonpolar end. The polar end is attracted to water. The opposite end is nonpolar and is repelled by water. When fatty acids or phospholipids are placed in water, they move so that the polar end is in the water and the nonpolar ends gather together. The result is to naturally form a membrane without the need for life. Fatty acids and phospholipids naturally form enclosures in water. The result is the natural formation of primitive cells. Chemical reactions and processes can occur within the cell walls as the required molecules are kept close to each other. Here we have the RNA, membrane, enclosed RNA, and the lipid membrane. The first cells probably used fatty acids, which form naturally near sources of hot water, such as geysers or hydrothermal vents. Modern cells make their membranes out of phospholipids. Within the enclosed environment of cells, the processes of chemistry would create even more complex structures belonging to all four classes of organic molecules: proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, and nucleic acids. Cells respond to their environment, reproduce, evolve, interact with other cells, and obtain and use energy to live and to grow. These are the characteristics of all living things. Cells support metabolism and evolution. The chemical reactions in these cells would eventually create sugars and then ribonucleic acid, or RNA. RNA is capable of enabling key functions of life: replication, which is making identical copies of itself, energy storage for chemical reactions, and catalysis, dramatically speeding up favored chemical reactions. Once these three functions were developed, evolution accelerated. In more advanced biological systems, RNA's functions have been taken over by more specific chemical processes. For replication, DNA is more effective at storage of genetic information. For energy storage, ATP now stores energy in our cells. And for catalysis, proteins now catalyze reactions. RNA's role as the predecessor of these has only recently been discovered.